Truthfully, I only did one Fight Club. Well, actually, no, two. The first one I did was when they had, they had just kind of launched the brand on a bigger platform, which was like they linked up with like MTV2, and they was gonna get it televised on TV. And I mean, how I linked up with them was, I think just through my making the rounds, they were aware of what I was doing. Be it the 106 stuff. I did one smack joint, and it's crazy. I only did one smack joint, but people always like they magnify it like I've been part of the smack thing, and they're like, yo, why don't you go back to smack? And when I hear them say go back to smack, it makes me feel like I've been part of it for the longest, but I really only did one. And so from that, I don't even remember if the smack thing was first or if Fight Club was first. I think it was like this. I did a Fight Club, then I did a smack, and then Fight Club brought me back again for another one. So in truth, I only did really two Fight Club joints and then one smack joint. But I guess, be it the impression or whatever, people like just, they remember it more than what it really was. Yo, defeat teaches you something that victory can't. You know what I mean? Like with defeat, especially when it's like, because for me, people watch me like, yo, it was just a freestyle battle. It ain't that serious. But like, no pun intended, serious. It was that serious because only because I let my existence be based upon this. Like, okay, I don't have a deal no more, cool. But y'all knew me for smashing heads anyways. So when I'm getting smashed, and in a manner that's like not even like, yo, Serious kind of edged him, or yo, Solomon kind of edged him, I was getting smashed. And it was like, and if you look at me now and say, what happened there? Why did you? I think it's a combination of things, particularly with those battles, the more high profile ones that, some people go even as far as saying those battles ended my career. Not just my battle career, but my man ended Jin's career with that. I think I would contribute it to, lack of preparation maybe underestimating these opponents, and then, trying to do what they do and not focusing on what I do. Because, a lot of those, like particularly, let's say when I battle Iron Solomon, it wasn't like I don't know anything about this guy. You know what I'm saying? I had battled him prior to that. But just over the years, he's honing his skills, and he was just like mastering that, where I wasn't mastering at all. I still had it, because when you have, it's like shooting a ball. If you've done it before, or if you've done it for a while, even if you stop playing for a while, you still know how to throw it at the hoop, and that was my fault. I went into it thinking, okay, I still got this. Meanwhile, these guys are coming, they've been at the gym, 300 3-pointers, 1,000 layups, just the basics, but then working on their dunks and their alley-oops and all that too. And it's on footage, and you can see there's like real rough footage on it on YouTube. But so the back end of that story is, man, and not for nothing, man, I thank God, like for real, like just how powerful my faith has been in my healing. It may sound extreme to y'all and even to some of the people watching, but I use the word healing because there was a time in the darker part of my journey where this stuff really ate at me. You know what I'm saying? Like really ate, like it ate at my soul. Like on some, dang, how did I let that happen? How did I slip like that? But God's healed me in a way where once upon a time I may not even have wanted to talk about it. Before coming in here, I may have said to Vlad, humbly, I would have been like, it would be cool if we don't even talk about like the Serius Jones thing or the battling thing. But to me, this is part of the healing, to be able to confront it. And then now that I confront it, it's like, it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, how bad is it really getting smashed in the battle? He got me. So the thing about the SOBs thing is he was performing, and this is like maybe not too long after, his victory over me at the Fight Club. And, I showed up, now this is the hip hop, macho bravado part of it too, you know what I'm saying? Like on some, I can't let him have one up on me. I gotta save face, you know what I'm saying? I got a rep on the line, you know what I mean? So I hear that he's at SOB, so it wasn't on no tough guy thing, and not at all. But I just show up and I'm like, what's up with the rematch? So he's on stage, and the crowd's all there. The crowd wants it, because this is the thing about the crowd. They always want it. You see what I'm saying? But he's like, nah, I smashed you already. And like Vlad said, he's still getting at me up there. And I apologize to him. The thing is, I've seen him. We've encountered each other in a contained setting after that, after the battle, after Puerto Rico, after everything, at a studio actually in New York that I was working out of and he was working out of too. And I mean, we didn't have like a long, in-depth conversation, but it was enough to say, yo, you do know that, you know, there's no, at least from my perspective, there's no ill will or animosity. So it was real respectable. I mean, we're both grown men at the end of the day. And even on that note, he's been making mad noise. I mean, I'm not surprised that he still got it because, you know, he had it then. He's nice.
I mean, would you like to see that rematch happen at some point?
You mean between me and him?
Yeah.
Beyond him, just I think I'll answer that question in a more general way, like just even people saying, yo, why don't you battle now? Right. And I think I answer that question and it kind of answers the rematch question too, which is I just don't want to do it for the wrong reasons, regardless of if it's a rematch or if it's jumping back into the leagues, whichever league it is, no matter what the payday is. I don't want to do it for the payday, number one, because if I do it for the payday only, I know that the results can only be negative, meaning like it will only be disappointing to the fans, you know, it would be a discredit to my opponent, whoever it may be. So doing it strictly for the payday doesn't make sense. Like I'm not Scrooge McDuck swimming in dough right now, but at the same time, I'm not pressed either on some, yo, I'll battle on Killers League for $500, Vlad, please. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's honoring and humbling that, be it your league or any league, would even express interest in having me. Because this is how God has really humbled me to the point where when people reach out, I'm like, yo, I'm kind of yesterday's news. I can't believe that y'all still want me. You know what I'm saying? But so for me to step back into any rematch situation or any league at all, the motivation would have to be proper. And to be honest, it's just not there. Like, I know that one reason why I even excelled at all back then, regardless if it was on the Smack thing, on the Freestyle Friday, is because, yo, I lived and breathed for it. Which is what I believe these guys that are the top tier guys right now, you know, the T-Rexes, the Mook, who, you know, is venturing into his music career, but still, you know, he'll come back and do it. And yo, I could list a bunch of guys, the Hollows. Some people may be surprised, but yo, I follow it pretty closely actually. The leagues and the storylines, you know, like some people have referred to it as like the WWE, right? It's very much so in terms of like the personalities, the storylines, and the showmanship of it all, and
coming out with a casket,
yeah, and all that. And my thing is, these guys eat, sleep, and breathe it. Now I'm saying they probably have other things in their lives going on too, but I just know for a fact, as someone who has been on that platform, you don't just show up for a battle and bring the intensity and the skill level that they bring just like that. You know what I mean? Like they really hone their craft and devote time and stuff to it. And I just know that that's not where my head is at these days. So.
I tell my son, man, you can't afford me, man.
You gonna charge him for a verse, huh?
Yeah, I'm charging. He got money.
Dave Chappelle is a different type of animal, man. His comedic talent and timing is like no other. And I gotta honestly say, I can't disagree in any way, shape, or form.